Yo, what is going on, everybody? We got some new parts here today from FCP Euro. Now, these parts are not parts that I necessarily wanted to buy, but I had to buy because obviously BMW means breaks very easily. So I ordered some parts from FCP Euro. This is more of a maintenance item, but it's kind of like a suspension upgrade as well. Let me show you guys what I got in the box. So as you guys can tell, I have the 4-piece front control arm set. I just ordered because I recently found out that my driver's rearward control arm was broken. I'll show you guys that later once I get it, because I don't know if I'll be able to go in the shop. So that one is obviously cool, but this is cooler because I got the Meyle HD. So these, I'm going to explain a little bit more about why I decided to go with these over the M3 control arms. So as you can see, this will be stiffer than OEM, but not as stiff as the M3 control arms. So I'll explain that a little bit later. So I got basically 4-piece control arms, all the entire frontward and rearward facing. And then the most obscene thing, which I still feel bad about it, is this hardware kit. Guess how much this hardware kit costs? This was $50. $50 for 4 bolts, 2 self-screwing bolts, and 2 of these nuts. Isn't that insane, bro? That's way too much money for both. But anyways, so a couple things happened that I didn't mention when I got my wheels put on. So first thing first, one of the lug nuts that came from the Apex stud kit was messed up. The shop that I took my car to couldn't put it on because of the threading, etc., etc. Long story short, so on the driver's side front wheel, there is only 4 lug nuts. But I got a replacement from Apex. They emailed me back right away, sent 2 actually, instead of just 1 right away, and that was pretty cool of them to do that. Now the second problem was I got the wheels put on and then I took it for a spin, and there was quite a bit of vibration throughout the front end and the steering wheel, starting at about 25 to 35 miles per hour and going all the way up to 100. They drove the car and told me it was fine, but it actually wasn't. I don't know what happened there, but took it home and noticed the vibrations. So then I ended up taking it back. We got the front wheels rebalanced, took it out for another spin, and then the vibrations that were happening at the lower speeds went away. So like starting from 25 all the way up until 70, all those vibrations went away. But then when I got on the highway and I started to go faster, like 75 to 100, it was coming back. I could feel the front end shaking, didn't feel stable. There was a shake in the steering wheel, so I took it back. They tried to rebalance, didn't change anything. Then we put the car up in the air and we found out that the driver's side front rearward control arm had a crack in it, and I'm going to show you guys that crack once I get the control arm off the car. So this is the control arm. Look at that crack, dude. That's insane. All the way around. And then it's starting to on this side, if you can see that. So we thought maybe that was the issue, but apparently it's not. But this definitely needed to be changed. Look at that. We're thinking that is the cause of the shake that's happening between 75 to 100. At least that's what the tech thinks. As long as they've balanced properly, then that should solve the problem. So we're going to get these Meyle control arms put on and see if that does the trick. Yeah, just doing that little pull right there made the whole front end just go insane and shaking. It doesn't feel good at all. So I hope this control arm is going to do the trick. Okay, so now you're probably wondering, dude, why didn't you get M3 control arms? Like, this was your opportunity to get those and you decided not to. The one thing that just didn't make sense to me is, why would I want to put M3 control arms on a non-M car with a suspension that is not set up or designed? It can take the M3 control arms, it does fit, but the mechanics, the engineering is just not meant for those parts to go together. I know it works and it adds a little bit more feel, some people say, but to me it just doesn't make sense. What does make sense though is getting a control arm that is slightly stiffer, and that is what the Meyle HD is basically there for, is to provide you an OEM-like experience, stiffer than stock, but not as stiff as the M3, and without all the vibration and extra noise that the M3 control arms come with. So I think it's a pretty good medium. I'm gonna let you guys know how it feels when I get them put on, and I'll give you my take. Dude, one thing I gotta say about these Michelin PS4S's is they are sticky, man. Everywhere I go, it's like picking up rocks and inside the wheel well. Like, I know just the tires alone are gonna make a huge difference. I plan on getting coilovers, but not yet. But I think just these tires is gonna be a huge step up from previous ones. Car is super filthy, don't pay attention to that right now. Nice little F80 right here. All right, so we're pulled up here at Speed Logic. Let's see how long this takes, and we gotta watch soccer, man. Croatia versus Argentina. Well, this is always the hardest part, is waiting for your car to get done, but the wait turns out to be a lot better when you got some nice coffee here. So I ordered an espresso, and Coffee Shops of America, please take note, give some water with the espresso. This is how it's done. This is how we do it in Europe. All right, so I just got the car back. I'm gonna take it for a quick spin just to make sure that the vibrating issue has been resolved. And then I'm gonna come back and square everything up. I'm really hoping, guys, that it has gone away, because I don't wanna deal with that again. Yeah, so there's definitely still a pretty noticeable shake up front. That has not gone away, man. That's annoying. Thought we were gonna be done with that, but I guess we're not done. Man, that sucks. All right, well, that was disappointing. They were really busy, so they can't take a look at it, but it still shakes. We have to maybe rebalance the wheel. I'm not quite sure what the problem is, if the wheel actually has a problem or if it just needs to be rebalanced again. Obviously, when you do suspension components, this thing's gonna need an alignment, so I'm gonna try and drive it and maybe get an alignment done at the same time. I was hoping to finish off this video with a nice little review of the control arms, but I don't know how to describe this, but there's definitely a lot less slack in the steering wheel. What I'm trying to say is, like, when you turn the wheel, the turn-in happens quicker than it did before. It seems like you have to turn the wheel a little bit further. On the on-ramp, it felt really good. It felt really solid, tight. So my question is just, like, how much better would it feel with M3 control arms? I know it feels better than stock for sure, but with the M3 control arms, I don't know if it's worth it. I think it came out to be just a slightly cheaper than the M3 control arms, but honestly worth it. Now I just got to figure out what's going on with this whole shakiness. So yeah, I'm gonna end this one here, guys. I'm gonna do like a follow-up in another video as to what is going on with the car, and then hopefully we can get some more clarity on that issue, because it is quite annoying. I can take the car out now on a drive, like a canyon run or something, but still, I want this thing to feel really solid when I'm driving. If you guys have any input, let me know. We've rebalanced twice. We've added the 4-piece control arms in the front. So essentially everything's good. If you guys have any other ideas, let me know what you're thinking. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe, and stay well, my friends.